friends, welcome back to another video. If you've been following along with my Christmas series this year, you would know that we have done tons of different shop with me videos, so I only feel like it's time to start the decorating. So that's what we are going to be doing today. We are going to be decorating my kitchen and I'm bringing you guys along, and I'm extra excited this year because we are going with a traditional Christmas theme. So last year we did a very neutral Christmas, which, don't get me wrong, I still loved it, but now that I've seen all of the pops of red and green in our home, it just feels so cozy and Christmassy, and I don't think we're ever going back. So I'm very excited to share it all with you, and I really hope you guys enjoy. If you do, I would love for you to give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below. Number one, because we are getting so close to 10,000 every single day. I think that I can hit it by the end of the year, fingers crossed. But number two, because I have several more decorating videos to come and I don't want you guys to miss out. I'm planning to do some decorating videos for our living room and bedroom and probably a couple of others, so definitely make sure that you're subscribed so you don't miss any of those. Anyway, we're just gonna keep this short so that we can hop right on into it. I did just want to say though that I'll be linking as many products and decor pieces as I can down below, so if you're wanting to shop anything, check the description box and see if I have a link. But that is it, so I hope you guys enjoy, and let's get into the decorating. Before we start decorating, I just wanted to share a quick overview of what our kitchen looks like, just so you have an idea of the space that we're working with. We do live in an apartment, but the kitchen is very spacious, which I am so grateful for. So we are starting off with decorating our island. First, I'm adding one of my favorite Facebook Marketplace finds ever, which is this wicker tray. It was only $5 and I use it all the time. So I added that first to kind of anchor the space, and on top of that, I'm adding this vase that I got from Hobby Lobby. Into the vase, I'm adding some of my favorite stems that I have ever purchased, and I got these this year at Target. They are the faux winterberry stems and they are just so beautiful. So I will have them linked down below, but I'm just adding them out and arranging them until I like how they look. To the side, I'm adding these taper candlestick holders that I got from Hobby Lobby this year in the fall section, and they are just the prettiest vintage gold. I absolutely love the color, and I thought they paired perfectly with these burgundy candlesticks that I also picked up from Hobby Lobby. I always love to place a large candle on our island to add a lot of coziness and of course to make our home smell very festive, so I thought this one from Target was perfect. I just love the gold scallop detail and the smell is amazing. I picked it up in the balsam and berry scent. In the front, I'm adding this unique little reindeer that I think is so cute. It was actually gifted to me, so I'm not quite sure where it's from, but I'll try and link a similar one down below. And then I'm also adding this gold candle snuffer that I got from Target. Now we're moving on to styling this corner section here with our cake stand, and I'm first adding in this framed tree art. I actually designed it myself on Canva since I wasn't able to get the viral tree art last year from Target, but I think it's super cute and the frame is just from TJ Maxx. To the right, I'm adding these handmade trees that I got from a vintage market several years ago, and I'm just placing them to the right, kind of strategically hiding that outlet. And I felt like our cake stand needed a little extra something, so I decided to add this mini wreath with this bow, and this is actually two separate items I put together. So the bow is a pre-made bow from Amazon, and the mini wreath is actually a napkin ring. They come in a set of 4 and I got them from the Hearth and Hand collection at Target. So to attach it to the cake stand, I'm using this sticky wall putty by Loctite, and I am just pushing one half of it onto the cake stand and the other half onto the wreath, and then kind of pushing them together. You know, I always have to swap out my soaps each season, so I'm taking out this falling leaves one and adding this bright Christmas morning scent in the prettiest packaging. We did a little Christmas shopping at Bath & Body Works and they had so many amazing scents and all these fun festive colors. So of course I had to stock up on a few. And now we're moving right along to this section of our kitchen, and I am so excited to style a few different vignettes here. So first I'm adding this wooden charcuterie board that I got from Home Goods this year. I believe it was under $10, so such a great find. And then I'm also adding these vintage bells over top just to make it feel a little bit more Christmassy. So I just slid the bells over the handle of the charcuterie board, and I noticed that one of the bells was a bit too long and sitting on the counter, so I just wrapped it around itself until it was the length that I wanted, and I really liked that they were all hanging at different levels. Next, I'm adding in this little vase that I contemplated whether or not I wanted to add in just because it's not the traditional Christmas colors, but you'll see later on it just really ties everything together. And to add inside of that vase, I'm placing these 2 stems that I got from Hobby Lobby. I just really love how full they look, and I thought the pine cones kind of tied in with that charcuterie board. And because this is a vignette in our kitchen, I thought it would be cute to add in this little wooden mortar and pestle that I purchased from HomeGoods last year. Again, I loved the wood tones just to add in that warmth, and I thought that it was the perfect size to place right in front. And we're going for both cute and functional in our kitchen, so I decided to add in this knife block that we use every single day, and I had the idea to use it as a little bookend. So I'm adding several of these books to the side of it, and they are all ones that I've thrifted, so don't mind the titles, they're very random. I'm pretty sure one of them is the Declaration of Independence, but I totally just buy them based off the cover, and I thought these colors all worked really nicely together, so I'm very happy with the combination of neutrals and pops of color, and I think it just adds into that cozy Christmas look we're going for. Now we're sliding down our counter a little bit, and I always have this area with our candle warmer and this wicker frame that hides the outlet and the cord for that. I just always like to keep them there, but I wanted to, of course, dress it up for the holidays, so I decided to add in another one of those mini wreaths, and it was super easy to attach by just pushing the ties through the holes of the wicker screen and kind of folding them down in the back, and that alone just added so much, and I loved the way that that looked. But I also wanted to add another charcuterie board in this lighter color to kind of contrast against the wicker frame, so I added another little bow and a little cedar stem and just place that in the front. And to go through all those items really quickly, the candle warmer's from Amazon, the wicker screen is from Hobby Lobby, and the little charcuterie board is from Walmart. And I so wish I could tell you where this little cookie jar is from, but it was my childhood cookie jar that I grew up with, and my mom passed it down to me, so I have no idea, but I just think it's so cute and festive. And I'll be switching out the candles all season long, but I'm starting with this one from World Market that I got this year. It's their cranberry woodland candle, I believe. I'll have it linked down below, but it seriously smells so amazing and so fresh. If you've been watching my decorating videos for any amount of time now, you know that I always love to style the KitchenAid, even though it's kind of impractical. So first I'm going in with this little kitchen towel that I got from HomeGoods. It came in a pack of 3, so you'll see one of the other styles that I add on our oven door in just a little bit. But then on top of that, I added this little washcloth that's also from HomeGoods. Then on the side, I'm adding in this little floral rolling pin that I got from Amazon, and I just think it's so cute and the perfect size to fit in the bowl. And then to finish this space off, I'm adding in this little gift ornament that I got from Walmart. For this last little area of our countertops, I really wanted to have a hot cocoa bar, so I am so excited to be sharing with you what I created this year. So first we're adding in this little tray that I got from Target. It's very well used and loved, but fits perfectly for this space. And then on top, to add some coziness and more pops of color, I'm placing this little fabric napkin that I got from World Market this year. Next, I'm adding this wall art that I got from Hearth & Hand this year in their Christmas collection, and I think it's just the perfect little backdrop for our hot cocoa bar. Then I'm placing this little wood slab that I got from Hobby Lobby just to give our canister that holds our hot cocoa a little bit more height, and then of course we're adding the canister. So this wooden canister is from Target. It's the perfect size to hold the hot cocoa, and I just loved the darker stain. And then on top I added this pre-made bow to make it feel more festive. Next, I wanted to add in some little mini marshmallows and crushed peppermints, and I thought these containers that I found at HomeGoods would be perfect for that. I love that both containers had a little handle on the side that held a spoon to make for super easy hot cocoa making. To fill in the space in front of the canisters, I decided to add these little bells. I actually pulled them off of a Christmas pick that I got from Hobby Lobby. And the space was looking great with all the pops of red, but I felt like we needed to add a little bit more green, so I'm adding in this little mini tree that I got from Hobby Lobby, and of course wrapping a bow around the base because you can never have too many bows during the Christmas season. And no hot cocoa bar is complete without some cute mugs, so I picked these ones up from Walmart this year, and they were in the Pioneer Woman collection. They were under $6, but they just look so high-end, and I love the shape, and I also love that I can keep them out all winter long since they're not holiday themed. On our oven door, I always like to place a festive towel, so this is another one that I got from HomeGoods, and it's in that same pack as the gingham one that I put on our KitchenAid. The last space that I wanted to decorate was up above our cabinets, and I just wanted to add some simple greenery. So here you can see I'm just pulling out the garland. If you've been following me for any amount of time, you know that I like to store all of our garlands up above the cabinets just because they kind of sink down and you can't see them. So it's a super great storage solution, especially in our smaller apartment, and also so the garlands don't get squished together. So I love that little trick. But anyway, I just placed the garland up there, kind of balancing on the cabinets, and it's from HomeGoods. And that is how our 2025 Christmas kitchen turned out. I couldn't be happier with all of the different pops of color, and it's definitely my favorite styling that I've done so far. And I can also say the same thing about our living room and bedroom. They just look so cozy and Christmassy, so stay tuned for all of the decorating videos because I cannot wait to share. But if you enjoyed this video, I would love for you to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you in my next one. Bye friends!